I have tried a number of ways how I can improve my speaking. I can't speak English. If I talk to a foreigner, he doesn't want to talk to me. When I find some friend who speaks good English, as I can't speak English, he doesn't talk to me. That's another problem. And I knew that thinking in English is a good help, but it's boring. Standing before the mirror talking, it doesn't go for long. Before bed, suppose I lie in the bed, and at the time, I was young, I fell asleep very quickly. Now I have problem. If I think, then I don't fall asleep. At the time, as a young boy, it was difficult. So even when you go to bed and think in English, you may fall asleep. You don't like it. You will fantasize in Bangla, in your mother tongue. That's natural. That's what you enjoy. That's what you like. It's quite alright. But what can you do? I have a solution. I have a tremendous solution. I have tried. I have improved my spoken English when I was young. This was the only way I developed my speaking English the most. That is, read a book, but don't read for reading. Read for speaking. When you read a book, all the words may bring you ideas. Whatever you read, your mind goes on. You keep on thinking. So that's the way you can improve your speaking English. Let me give you an example. Oh, this is a very fantastic book. I see a beautiful girl. What's her name? Yeah, the name of the book is Thumbelina. So it must be Thumbelina. And above Thumbelina, there's a butterfly. Oh, my daughter likes it very much. A butterfly is fantastic, beautiful, especially it is interesting to children, it is interesting to girls. Women don't like, maybe. Men don't like, boys don't like much. And I also remember stories about butterflies. Oh, when I was young, whenever we saw something like butterflies, some other insects as well, we tried to catch. It was terrible. If we catch, it takes a very short time to kill it. It happens because there are other children together. It was horrible for the insects. Alright, so I'm going to read this story. This book belongs to who? Nothing is written. It's blank. Copyright. What the hell shall I do with copyright? Thumbelina, illustrated by Jen. Oh, difficult name. I don't want to read the next. Kosnewitz. I don't like Jen is fine. A girl's name or a boy's name? Jen? Yeah, it's a girl's name. Am I sure? I have to check with dictionary. I have to check it online. Illustrated, what does it mean? Oh, illustrated. When I face English exams, the question says illustrate in brief or in broad. If the marks are 20, then illustrate in broad. If the marks are 5, illustrate in brief. So what else? Maybe narrate, illustrate, analyze. All right, I see the girl on her hand, something interesting. Oh, that's a little insect is on her hand. Once upon a time, once upon a time, whenever I hear is children's story, I hear this is the beginning. Once upon a time, once upon a time. That is actually one day long before, many, many years ago, many, many days ago. But this is a common way. Children like it. When I was a young boy, I used to like it as well. So once upon a time, once upon a time. There are 4 words, but the meaning is one. There was a woman. Woman. Woman? No woman. Only my mother is the woman I love, adore. What about my sisters? I love them as well. What about my wife? I love her. What about my daughter? She is still a little girl. She's not a woman. Oh, like Thumbelina. My daughter likes Thumbelina very much. Sometimes when we start, lie in the bed and she is going to sleep and she insists on my telling her a story, and number of times she tells, okay, tell me the story of Thumbelina, and I tell her that you know this story much better than I do, so why don't you tell yourself? All right, so woman and a child. When a child is about maybe within, actually when the child is less than 7 8 like that, 6, she is a he is an infant who had no children. Do I have children? Yes, I have one child, one daughter, but I wish I had more than one, maybe 2 3 4. Just one child and 3 children. Okay, 3 children, one child. No children, no girls, no boys, no. Alright, so what the woman really wanted was a little girl. Oh, that's terrible. So unhappy. The woman married long back, but she doesn't beget any child. So she longs for a child. That's what a woman wants. That's what a father wants. That's what a man wants. If she had one child, she might want 2 more, 1 more, 3 more. But as she doesn't have any, it means she wants it badly. Seriously. She is in terrific, she is in need of a child terrifically. Seriously. So, what about your parents? Are you the only child of your parents, or do you have any brother or sister? Maybe you have one brother or one sister, maybe you don't have any, maybe you have more than 1 or 2. Alright, so one child and 3 children. What the woman really wanted was a little girl. She likes nothing. Does she like food? She doesn't like food. No, she likes food. But what happens is that this is a common thing, everybody likes food. This is nothing to mention. That's why she had a terrible intention. She badly needed a child. And I see she's sitting on a sofa, and at her feet lying a cat, and the woman is holding some handkerchief and she's looking through the window, and she's thinking getting a child. Alright, she has a cat. This is also good. As she doesn't have children, she still has a cat. The cat is lying very calm and quiet, maybe asleep, at the foot of that woman. One day I want to be very rich. One day I want to go to Singapore. One day, what can I do? Oh, one day she will call me. Ooh, it's secret. Nothing to talk about it. Alright, so one day you have a lot of things. So Martin Luther King had a dream. One day it would come true. If you have a dream, one day it would come true. I wish your dream would come true very soon. An old woman. Oh, an old woman. Is your mother old? I think so. If she is 40, then old. If she is 50, then old. If she is 30, she's not old. She's still young, but she's a young woman. She's not a girl. She's a woman, but young woman. And if you're 15, you're a girl, you're still young. If you're 20 or plus, you're not so young. If you're 25, you may be a woman. Alright, but an old woman means she's over 60. She may be 70. I see a woman here. It looks like she is 65 years old. So this woman is going to do something to the woman. Plant this seed. The old woman said to her, plant this seed. She gives a seed. Soon you will have a little girl. So what am I doing? Am I reading the book? I'm not reading the book. The thing is that as thinking in English is quite necessary, no other way to improve your speaking, because no one will come to talk to you. If you talk to them, they will not be interested in you because your speaking English is very poor. Either your speaking English is very bad, that's why a good speaker won't like to talk to you, or your English is good, you won't like to talk to a stupid man who can't speak well. And if you want to talk to an English speaking person, he or she is not going to be interested unless your English is good. Nobody wants to have a good time with friends and acquaintances. So this is the only way I have to tell you that this is the way you can improve speaking English. You have to think and think. You can't think much when you are in front of the mirror, as every teacher tells you. You can't think so much when you are going to sleep, you are in the bed lying before you fall asleep. It's not going to help much. It's really going to help you much more if you start reading a book and stop. It may be one word you have just finished and a lot of ideas coming to you, then you think about it. Suppose you have read, my father is 70. He died at the age of 70. So it may bring a lot of ideas. My grandfather, I haven't seen my grandfather. Before I was born, my grandfather died. So I don't know. But I hear that my grandfather was over 70. So my grandfather was even alive longer than this man. So you just go on thinking of different things. If you read something on cricket, yeah, if you're a fan of cricket, you can talk about a lot of things. Oh, Sachin, what a terrible batsman. Such a wonderful batsman. Number one, world famous. Oh, I wish I could do a little bit like Sachin. And as you are a Bangladeshi, you think you want to be some other players like Ashraf, different players you know better. All right, so you don't think it's going to work, but I think it's going to work. I have a lot of research. I've been having research for over 40 years. I listen to BBC, as I said, more than 32 hours, 32,000 hours. And for some years I've been watching YouTube, because you understand YouTube videos are much better than BBC World Service radio. I watch BBC World Service television, but you have also videos on BBC World Service, programs. So whatever you do, think in English. And if you want to think in English, you have to have different ideas. And if you want different ideas, then you have to go to a book, just pretend to read that book, and it is going to help you, especially with speaking English. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have liked this video. Why don't you thumbs up, and why don't you subscribe to my channel? I'd be very happy. You can also get updates if you like this video. Okay, that's it for today. Bye.